Before we start, I want you guys to realize one thing that will set you apart when you're a content marketing strategist. Get rid of the mindset that you have to do everything. Instead, ask your question, with my plan, who is going to do what task? Because this is a teamwork. As a content strategist, you have to learn how to prioritize and delegate or automate things so you can save time for yourself and focus on the things that matter for you. So as a content strategist, you should not get into, for example, graphic design or how to fix the logo on the picture. Those are not your job. The job for you is to create content calendar that aligns with your company goals or your personal goals. After this video, you will be able to plan, execute, and publish content consistently that matches your audience and achieves your goal. So let's go. Know your goal. Ask yourself, why do you even create content in the first place? So often, yes, the long-term goal of every single company is to make more sales, but there are millions of ways to get there. And one of the mistakes I did is that I was grinding, creating content for my company, but I didn't really understand when and how to put that sales pitch into my content calendar. If you can set smaller goals, for example, creating warm leads first or creating interactions that will lead to sales, that would help your content marketing at least for the first month or first 2 months. Since content marketing on social media changes all the time, there are different trends, and I know it's very easy to chase viral topics on either YouTube or social media, but the big goal here is that to clarify who you're talking to and what exactly do you want to sell to them. But let me give you a few examples. But if you're coaching business, your goal is to get more leads to your coaching business, then maybe the goal you want to set for your social media calendar is to get more DMs and signups for your lead generation link. All right, so that was step number 1, is to knowing your goal and how to break it down into smaller goals so that your content calendar can be aligned at least for the first 3 months. All right, step number 2 is to know your offer, and this is not your product. I often see that social media managers would offer that they would do social media management for $500 a month, and we would think, yes, this is my offer, people should take it, but there's so much more than that. Your offer is actually the result of what people will be getting after they worked with you. And it is beyond just social media management. It is beyond just graphic design. So grab a pen and paper, use common sense, and list down some of the benefits that people would be getting after working with you. Would they feel more relaxed because you are selling sleep masks? Would they feel more free because you free up their time doing social media? Literally just start brainstorming what is the overall result people will be feeling and getting after working with you. All right, step number 3 is when you put one-on-one together and you create your content calendar. You can use many tools for this. A lot of people use Notion for this tool because it is a project management tool, but it also has a calendar view, so you can actually see it as a calendar. But this is not the publishing tools that you would see like HubSpot or Hootsuite or Publer. Like those are automation tools. But here you just need the calendar where you actually sit down and plan. You get your goal and the benefit of your product together, and you start creating just content ideas. And ideally, you should be brainstorming these ideas into a calendar so that it sticks to a time and date, and you can already choose what platform you're gonna be working on. You might be on Instagram only, find that it's gonna be an Instagram post, a reel, carousel, story, multiple stories. And if you're doing this all by yourself, now this is the time to reflect what is your strength in creating content. For example, if you're awful at designing carousels, then maybe get a template bundle or outsource it to somebody. Or if you have never edited a single video in your life and you want to get started, this is probably the time to maybe look for an editor or learn how to use basic tools like Final Cut Pro and do it by yourself. And then set a goal of publishing. So this is not the publishing tool. This is just you setting the goal. When are you going to publish what? And it's going to be around 3 to 4 times a week at least, in a mix of graphics and videos. Disclaimer, this is the time people might be getting a little bit lost with creating high quality content, educational and fun videos, but lacking the sales punch. So this is also the time when you schedule little sales punch into your content calendar, and don't be shy to start at least once a week. Why? Because you're gonna get into a habit of like, yes, this is a content calendar and I am selling something. And it is either your tickets, or is it your coaching? Is it the lead generation? Is it selling? Shouldn't be only just like, hey, this is my product, buy it, but selling as in getting into your email list, or getting to people to download your lead magnet, or is it people to join your free webinar? You are actually constantly selling when you offer even free products like that, because down the line you're going to be collecting their emails and you're going to be selling something to them. Getting the first foot in the door is obviously what marketers do, so make sure that you always schedule in a sales punch into your content calendar. Step number 4 is to actually create a worksheet and creative briefs. So when you are working as a content strategist and or content manager, you are kind of a creative director as well. I'm assuming that you either have some creative writing background, creative graphic design background, or video editing background. When other people in the company is working with you, this is the time you actually delegate those ideas to them, and you have to speak their creative language. So on this worksheet on Notion, for example, I am working with my video editor and I'm telling her what is the idea I would like to do for the content calendar. And this is just for my video editor alone, because video editing is a lot more tedious. It leaves more details. So I have a separate database on Notion. On the other hand, I have my social media team where we work on the copy, we work on the design, and we share those assets together on a different database on a content calendar, where everybody can keep track what has been published and what needs to be done. And if you're interested in me making this tutorial, let me know in the comment section below. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. Step number 5 is what to automate. Pay attention to this because a lot of people miss this step. So once you have all the content done, especially as a company, it is easy to do all the creative work in the back end and just publish it on publishing tools like later.com or So like it is easy to just like put it on a platform and then say goodbye. However, this is some of the things that you can actually automate with for example, an intern or somebody who just started in your team, and is to actually go in and press like and press comment and press share. Why do I say that? Because listen, a lot of people just do this automated posting stuff and they don't interact with their potential audience or their audience. And it's easy to just publish it, leave it, and hope for the best and maybe run some ads down the line. But listen, ads are getting very expensive, and if you pay $1,000 for some eyeballs, you can get those eyeballs 10 times less by doing the organic work. And what happens is, for example, on Instagram, right, you have features when you can actually get into somebody else's DM when you don't even publish something. So for example, if you reply to somebody's stories, you reply on their content, it will take some time, but you need to show up. When I say show up consistently, it's not just posting consistently. You're actually on the platform and you do the work. So what I do is, if you are a solopreneur, right, or if you're a small team, you can dedicate 40 minutes. I say 40 minutes because 30 minutes can often become 20. So at least 40 minutes a day to interact with people in your network, which is probably, if you are in the SEO industry or in the SEO niche, then you're going to be talking online with other SEOs. If you're in a social media circle, then you're going to be talking with other coaches. This is some of the things that you can automate. Hire an assistant to do that. And if you do hire an assistant, be smart about it. And that will save you some time down the line because you have already established that connection, meaning when you post something, more likely to appear on their feed as well. So the creatives can focus on their own craft, which is graphic design or video editing or copywriting. So that's that as a content strategist. And last but not least, number 6 is to monitor and manage your content calendar. It is a constant muscle to practice. I think content calendar or social media is something you cannot just leave and say goodbye to it. You still have to go back and check and see what content works and what doesn't. As a content strategist, this is your job, is to see what content works and what does not work and adjust it based on what you see from your competitor, what you see from what your potential client needs. So answer those questions, what your potential client or customers want to know, and communicate it with the rest of the team. So you can also talk to your head of marketing or manager what they want to know. And if you are a freelancer, then I hope this video helped you what to prioritize and what you should be focusing on and what to delegate to somebody else. Maybe get other freelancers to work with you. Now you are building an agency. Thank you so much for staying this far into the video. If you liked it, give me a like and hit subscribe if you are new. If you want to become a better marketer every single day, I have a podcast show, The Aspiring CMO, where I talk with head of marketing, chief marketing officers, and other influencers and YouTubers to find out how to get better at content marketing and digital marketing. So if you haven't subscribed already, I will link it down in the description, and I'll see you on Thursdays and in the next video. Bye!